Yo, how's it going? I love you. My name's Chase Gillis. This guy's name is Birdie, Tweety, whatever you want to call him. Let's call him Feathers. I help people overcome stuttering the authentic way. Not through speech techniques, but through authenticity. All right, through revealing and unlocking that part inside you, because that's where the real pain is. It's not in not being able to say the words fluently. It's not being able to express yourself authentically. And that's where I hit. So in this video, you'll get 5 steps closer into overcoming your stutter the authentic way, not the mainstream way. You can go click on a different video for that if you want to learn that, but the authentic way. All right, 5 steps coming up right now. First thing being legitimately exercise. All right, as the title says, exercise. This literally means exercise. You have, I don't know one person who has overcome their stutter without doing some exercise along the way, like daily exercise, going to the gym, taking up running, taking up cardio. And the trick is here, all right, you can't just go to the gym, pull some rows, curl some dumbbells, and leave. My principle is a good gym session is you have to sweat. You have to sweat. If you don't sweat, you didn't work hard enough. If you didn't sweat, you didn't put 100% into it. If you didn't sweat, you didn't push your boundaries. And in order to overcome your stutter, guess what? You have to push your boundaries. This is all connected. What's the saying? The way you do one thing in life is the way you do everything in life. So if you're just gonna slack off at the gym, if you go to the gym right now and you're trying to overcome your stutter, let this give you some motivation. You have to push yourself. If you expect yourself to push your boundaries speech-wise, you have to push your boundaries every other way-wise that you're doing in life right now. And physical activity is the greatest way I have found to release tension within you. This goes back into why we stutter in the first place, and it's because so much tension is caught inside of us. We have to release it, we have to accept it. Sweating it out is an amazing way to do so, the authentic way, all right? And the second thing is to practice acceptance. Before you clue out here, I want to tell you, acceptance does not mean I accept my stutter. This is the way it is. It's gonna stay like this. I just have to accept it. It's what everyone tells me to do. It's like, no, all right? No, that's not what I'm telling you to do. Acceptance is such a powerful tool to also let go of emotions, let go of that tension in you, but give you pure happiness, make you feel good. If you do not accept your situation right now, I guarantee you, you do not feel good. Let that sink in. If you do not accept your situation you're staying in right now, I guarantee you, you do not feel good. So learning how to accept things is so vital to dig into who you truly are. Because who you truly are already, without any techniques, without any exercises, who you are inside is a beast, is authentic, is a badass, is expressive. But guess what? There's so much layers on top of that that is covering the true you up. So in order to peel those layers off, you have to accept. You have to accept. You have to accept. And another word for accept is let go. So you have to let go of these old patterns. You have to let go of these thoughts. You have to let go of these emotions. And as you do this, you get closer and closer to the authentic you that is able to be natural in his speech, that's able to be authentic in his speech, that's able to be expressive in his speech without even thinking about it, through the art of letting go. Now the third thing is exercising, another exercise, right? Exercising your carefree muscle. You have a muscle somewhere inside of you right now that is your carefree muscle. Right now, I guarantee you, you are not carefree. I'm not carefree, but I'm always exercising it. And people who stutter, a lot of the times, their carefree muscle is so small. It's not built up at all. They care about everything, just like I used to do. I used to care so much about one expression someone used to give me. I used to care so much if I stuttered in this situation or not. I used to care so much what other people think of me. And that is the path to follow if you're trying to not overcome your stutter. If you care about everything, you will be the leaf in the wind getting blown around. Your emotions will be blown around. So we all know how we feel is how we speak. So if our emotions are always blown around, there will be no consistency to how we speak, to how we express, to how we show up in this world. So exercising your carefree muscle, how this is done is by, like I tell all my clients, going against the grain of what you want to do. So in other words, doing the thing that you want to do when your brain tells you not to do it. So if you're walking down the street and you pull into a Shoppers or you pull into a drugstore and you can't find the Advil, but you know your stutter's so bad today and you know you're gonna stutter, and do you guys have Advil here? So you look for another 20 minutes, you still can't find it. There's a thought in your head 19 minutes ago to go ask the receptionist, to go ask the clerk, do you guys have Advil here? But you didn't, and you left there feeling ashamed, feeling sad, feeling like a failure. But if you were to exercise your carefree muscle, saying, I do not care if I stutter, because I'm gonna go against the grain of what I wanna do. I didn't wanna stutter. I didn't wanna embarrass myself. I didn't wanna feel that shame. But I'm gonna go into my authentic lane. I'm gonna follow what I truly want to do. I want this Advil. So I'm gonna ask them. And it's exercising that carefree muscle. Another way to do it is not just through the things you wanna do. It's not by following the things you wanna do always. It's about doing some things you don't wanna do sometimes. I have a client who pulled up in his car. He was going into a store, and he immediately saw a cute girl beside him in the next car. So he was going to get out of this car and walk all macho and try to pretend he's cool. And then something in his head was like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, I don't know this girl. I will never see her again. Why am I trying to be cool? So he went against the grain of what he tried to do, and he skipped past her. He legitimately skipped past her. So she would look at him and be like, that's kind of weird. So he would prove to himself that he's able to show that he's uncool to other people and still live. And when you exercise this carefree muscle over and over and over again, you start to rip off the expectations others put on you, or the expectations you think others have of you to act in reality. But once you start ripping those off and you go against the grain, you build that carefree muscle so you're able to do whatever the fuck you want, when you want, to who you want. That's when ultimate freedom kicks in, and that's when freedom of speech also gets unlocked. Now the fourth thing is breath work. All right, I teach my clients this in depth, and I can only tell you a little bit right now, but there's two different types of breath work that I like. It's primal breathing and it's bioenergetics. Both of these are amazing ways to release the tension in you, to wake up and do something fucking amazing for you, something that you do not want to do because you just woke up 5 minutes ago. Now you have to do some breath work. But what it does is it sets your tone for the day. Once you do your breath work, the first thing in the morning, you feel like an absolute beast, like you're high. And you go out and you see people and you go to your job in this new state that is just pumped up, so darn high. That's when you start to act differently. That's when you start to take more risks. That's when you start to change your mindset, because your actions are now changing. And when your actions change, your thoughts change. When your actions change, your emotions change, which cause your thoughts to change, which cause your mindset to change. Breath work. I don't do breath work so you can consciously talk like this during your talking sessions, all right? That's not the type of breath work I teach, and that's only gonna put you in your head, and that's a speaking technique which I avoid. We already can talk fluently. It's already within us. It's addressing why. Why are we not allowing ourselves to? And breath work is a great way beforehand to release of that why, that tension that is built up inside of you. And the fifth and final thing, but please don't make this, you think it's fifth, so it's not important. It's just as important as everything else. And it's journaling. Journaling every night is so key. For one, to let go of also more emotions, because when you write it down on paper, that means you accept it. When you accept it, that means you let go of it. So if you write down what has bothered you, if you write down what you're anxious about, you're able to see it on paper with much more clarity. Your eyes can't look in the back of your head and see what you're thinking about, but they can look down on the paper and see what you're thinking about, and you can move words around. You can see exactly what's on your brain. Not only does it give you that letting go feeling, but it makes you feel like so relaxed. And not only that, another benefit of journaling is it makes you more aware throughout the day. Because you know you're gonna have to write down and journal at night, your awareness throughout the day becomes so peaked that your awareness of why you stutter and how you stutter and what specifically in this situation made you stutter, that is an extremely good mindset to be in order to learn the things you have to learn in order to overcome your stutter. Oh, I was seeking validation here. That's why my stutter was so bad. I view this guy as cooler than me. So now you're able to look at it from a different point of view, because it's awareness, because it's journaling, and attack tomorrow completely different. All right, that's the 5 steps. Let's run through them one more time. The first thing being legitimately exercise. All right, actually go to the gym and work out. Actually go for a run. Actually build up some sweat. The second thing is practicing acceptance, practicing how to actually meditate in this state and let go of things. The third thing is to build up that carefree muscle that enables you to be your authentic self, even in times where it feels like everyone's judging you. The fourth thing is breath work, all right? It's massive. And the fifth thing is journaling. Once you get all these 5 tips, top exercises down, and you start working on your speech this way, you will gain an immense edge to overcome your stutter the authentic way. But if you want to go and learn speech technique, if you want to go and learn how to breathe while you talk, but you will never actually address the root problem of why you're stuttering, go for it. But that's not what I teach. If you like what I teach and you want to go in more depth of actually how to let go of things, how to actually do the breath work, how, like, the best actions every day to build up that carefree muscle, proven by experience, proven by past clients over and over again, that has continually caused them to overcome their stutter, to lose the anxiety when talking to strangers, to lose anxiety when in social situations, to lose anxiety and embarrassment and shame when it comes to your stutter. If you want to learn that the authentic way, not through speech techniques, then hit me up, comment down below, or DM me on Instagram at CGStutter. And if all works to plan, we may be able to work together. Maybe not though. I'm very picky of who I work with, because only success stories, baby. All right? I love you. Peace.